Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel today, and today we're going to be doing something new and we're going to be making a heart vintage cake. Okay, I've never actually made a heart vintage cake from a round cake, but we're going to try this together. I thought I would film it in case I mess it up and it might just be more entertainment, you know what I mean? So what the professionals usually do is kind of score the cake into fourths. So I got my little indentations, and then you're going to cut this part out. And then you're gonna add it to this part. I know that probably makes no sense, so I'm just gonna show you. These are slightly frozen cake layers. I like making my cake layers ahead of time and freezing them. So much easier to work with. The one time I've made a heart cake, I actually used a heart cake pan, and all the bakers were like, don't buy more pans, don't buy more pans. That's all I saw on social media, but I was very nervous because it was for a wedding actually, so I really needed the heart to look like a heart. Okay, do you see the vision? And then we're gonna wrap it up here, and then we're gonna finish. Let's assemble the cake, and it's gonna make more sense, I promise. Okay, we're ready to mix our frostings, but I totally forgot to show you guys something amazing. I don't think you guys are ready for this. It's so awesome. Look at this amazingness. The amazingness isn't in there though. Wait a minute. Just kidding. Someone took it upon themselves to mess with my brand new, very cool skeleton spatula. I'm not gonna be mad, I'm not gonna be in a bad mood. It's fine, it's only my brand new favorite spatula. Okay, but I think the hood has to come off. It's one or the other. I don't think we get a hood and an apron. I just don't think it's gonna work. Anyway, deep breaths. I'm not mad. We are gonna start mixing our frosting. Bear with me. It's neon green and neon pink. I know the gross, awful, like, it's not the go-to combo for baking and like being the most visually appealing to the eye, but I have to give you context. This is for my best friend who lives in Utah. I'm not able to give her this cake, but her request was a vintage heart cake. She would love to see it. So, but I'm posting this on Friday. Friday is her birthday. So even though I can't give this cake to her, this whole video is dedicated to her and her birthday. And you know what she loves? Neon green and neon pink. If you guys have followed me for a while, you know that I also love dyeing my hair blue, pink. I'm dyeing it red soon. She has dyed her hair so many different colors, different things. One of the most recent ones was half neon green, half neon pink, because she's actually a fun person who loves to dye her hair. So I was kind of taking inspiration from that as my combo colors. I know they're not the most visually appealing for a cake. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Assemble a cake, and then hopefully everything will make a little more sense as to how we're getting our round cake into the heart shape. We have our piece. We're gonna try to center it. I think it's pretty centered. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna frost the top right here, which would be like the two bumps of the heart, so we could get those pieces to stick. And I let these thaw out a little bit. This is actually pretty frozen still, but I wanted to be able to bend these pieces. And this is the part that makes me nervous. And I'm hoping, because it's chilled, it will stay a little better. Now for the second side. Okay, it's kind of all coming together. Nothing bothers me more when people don't cut out this center part of the heart. Instead of looking like shroop, shroop, kind of looks like shroop. Like, we need a crisp, clean heart. We need it to be giving heart. So we need to cut out that top triangle to make it into a real heart. Don't fall, don't fall. Ta-da! See, it's easy peasy. I was scared for nothing. We're just gonna stack and fill like we always do. But I'm sorry, I totally forgot to ask, how is everybody doing today? I hope everyone is having a great Friday. I know I'm like super late on this cake trend. I don't know what it is about me. I don't think I've ever done a cake trend on time, like ever. So you see, I don't know if I just get busy baking, or when someone hypes something up too much, it instantly is like a no for me. I'm like, okay, I'm over it. I'm annoyed because you talked about it 5,000 times. So when there's huge cake trends going on, I'm like, okay, I've seen it 5,000 times. Like, it'll be like in the middle of a spooky baking season. So I'm like, oh, I can't do that. Like, I already have cakes planned. But you know, I like the idea. I love that they're trending, like the fault line cake, for example. It's probably a year later when I tried the fault line cake trend, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is beautiful, this is everything. But everyone was over it at that point. I had missed the time as it was trending. I don't know why I can't just ever do a trend on time. Like, see the heart vintage cakes. It's been happening forever. Why I couldn't do it on time, I don't know. There's just something in me that refuses to like do it when everybody else is doing it, when it would benefit me most in my content creating. Crumb coat is complete. I am gonna put it back in the fridge to chill, and then we'll do our final coat of green frosting. Okay, our cake is back. It is chilled. We are ready for our final layer of frosting. Before we get to the really hard, scary part, which is all the piping work. But I would like to know from you guys, what do you guys think of the hard cake trend? Are we loving it? Are we hating it? As someone who likes frosting on their cakes, this is hard for even me to be like, yeah, the amount of frosting that is used on the outside of these cakes is crazy to me. Like, it's a lot. I love a good frosting to cake ratio. I love frosting. Like, I'm not a hater on frosting, but my only concern is you have to charge people more because you're using a lot more frosting, which means you have to make a lot more frosting, which is taking more ingredients, which is taking more time. Or, you know, it just like, all of it just feels like a lot. Don't get me wrong, they're absolutely beautiful, but I can't think of a person who would eat their slice of cake plus this much frosting on the outside as well. Maybe it's just me, maybe people love the frosting, but I feel like I get so many comments like, that's too much frosting, that's too much frosting, mama. People are haters on frosting, and I'm not one of them. But I think they're absolutely beautiful. I think it takes a lot of work, a lot of skill to get the precise piping. I'm just saying when it comes to getting them for orders and having people eat them, I don't know how I feel about it. But we'll see. Probably after today I'll fall in love with this trend, and I'm already too late and no one's gonna want heart cakes, but I'm curious to see what the next big cake trend will be. I think this one's still like in. People are still loving the heart cakes. People are still wanting the heart cakes. I'm ready for spooky season. It is September. It is spooky season. I know I haven't baked as much spooky stuff as I would have loved to by now. Work's kind of been kicking my butt, so I apologize. I'm so sorry for the lack of content recently. We're gonna get back on it. I'm gonna try to create more. Also, guys, we hit 60 subscribers on YouTube. What? I know big creators like that's nothing, but hello, that's pretty cool. I was so excited to start YouTube. I was very nervous because I was like, oh, a new platform, longer content, I don't know what I'm doing, but thank you guys. That's really awesome. It's hard to set aside time to make long form content because I don't live by myself and there's always noise in the background and always people, but I do like being able to kind of sit here and talk with you guys and not rush a giant cake into 2 seconds of content. My point is I wanted to say thank you to all my new friends here on YouTube. I'm so excited. Okay, that took way too long, longer than I would like to admit, but time for my least favorite part, the part that's making me nervous, the piping. I'm starting with my least favorite piping tip ever, and it is like the leaf piping tip. I feel perfectly fine doing it horizontally. Piping vertical little swoops. It wasn't in my favor last time. It's like the main part of the cake is the swoosh, and they almost always do it like this with this piping tip, but it's gonna look like not good. I'm worried. I'm gonna start with the back and then we'll go from there and see if it's an option. I don't even know how to like start this, so bear with me. Hey, it's not awful, it's not great though either. What part of this was fun and people want to do this? Who thought let's use this piping tip to do this? I'm in a good mood. I'm not negative, I'm positive today. I'm gonna stop talking. That was dumb. Never doing that again. He'll never pay me. No. There goes my good mood. We're gonna forget about this. I know it doesn't look great. I'm hoping I can save it and distract it with other piping that I can actually do. That was dumb. My hand hurts. That wasn't enjoyable at all. I'm using the ruffle tips on the side next time and no one can stop me because that was ridiculous. Now I cut my own piping bag to kind of do what I want it to do. And we're gonna be adding ruffles on the bottom. I almost set it into like a triangle. It's kind of hard to see now that the frosting's coming out of it. but I will show you guys how it is looking. This is how I'm creating my ruffles on the bottom. Now is for the part of just adding frosting upon frosting upon frosting. Ta-da! There's some ruffles on the bottom. People have a tip where they literally just pipe it and go and it creates all the ruffles. I don't have that tip, and that actually sounds very useful at the moment. But I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna add it to the top. You know what is surprisingly hard is getting in this crease right here on the bottom. Yeah. I'm like, you need the hard cut crease and you need to make it look like a heart, but dang, getting piping in there is actually not as easy as I thought. You guys know what's gonna be the death of me? Hot hands. My hands get so hot when I'm piping, so I keep having to put my frosting in the fridge because I don't want it to be a melted mess, but my goodness. I know I'm not the only one that struggles with this. Next, I'm gonna be getting my small star tip, my favorite piping tip, and I'm gonna be going over the ruffles with, you guessed it, more frosting. All I gotta say is this girl better appreciate this cake. She brought up this idea a while ago, so I'm really hoping she forgot. And usually I send her pictures of my cake because I love feedback and I love just talking to her. I'm like, hey, what do you think of this cake? What do you think of this cupcake? What do you think? By no means is she like a professional baker, but like, I just like knowing her opinion. But I'm really hoping if I keep it a secret, I don't send her pictures, it'll be a fun surprise. I also sent her a birthday gift that I put together, which is also a surprise. I'm excited for her to open that. I'm really sad I couldn't be there for her birthday. It just wasn't gonna work out with my new job. Friend, if you're watching this, happy birthday. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in Utah with you. I feel like we're finally getting somewhere. It's kind of looking good. Confidence is coming back. So we're gonna do the same thing on top. More piping. Okay guys, dare I say, I think the piping's actually done. So I did my top and bottom border as you saw, and I added little dollops in between every ruffle, like where they all ended, like that little in-between spot. I just swoop, 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 the easiest piping ever. So that's all you missed, but what cake is finished with Maritza if it doesn't have glitter? I have my disco cake heat green edible glitter. I know you guys can't see that, I'm not even gonna try. But the best part of every cake is covering it in glitter, so we're just gonna, we're gonna go for it. Oh my goodness, it's looking good. I bought some of those spray bottles, like those empty ones that you can fill glitter with, and they spray so poorly. It's all very concentrated in one spot. I'm like, that's not what we want. We want an even layout of glitter, so that's why I use my brushes still, because the bottles just aren't giving what I need them to give. We did it! We finished the cake! Oh, it's so much prettier in person. The camera really never does glitter justice. Okay, I'm hoping you guys could see it a little better. But I also refuse to let this cake fall off the cake stand, so you could kind of see it on camera. I promise in person it's a million times better. I will try to add a clip with the flash on and add it to the end of this video, so try to look for that. No promises. But happy birthday, friend! I miss you. This is for you. I wish I was with you today. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for subscribing. I appreciate you. I will be back on Fridays. I'm really trying. I know it's a little inconsistent. It's my bad. But I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. Thank you for watching with me. Sticking with my attitude at the beginning, but we made it. Good mood now. We really are in a good mood. It all worked out in the end. But happy birthday, friend, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.